What's goody? Hey man, so the Warriors are a team that I haven't talked a ton about since the Jimmy Butler trade. I did analyze the trade and everything like that, but since then I've been a little quiet about it, haven't talked about it much. Wanted to see how things were gonna work out. Well, we're about 5 games into that, like the Jimmy Butler era in Golden State, I guess is what you would call it. Let me just make sure. I think it's 5 games or no, it's 6 games now after they beat the Mavericks yesterday because it was 5 games and they were 4-1, and then now it's now they're 5-1 in those games and everything like that. Bro, I'm out of breath. I was just doing push-ups. Okay. Anyways, so the Warriors have looked really good since the Jimmy Butler trade is basically the point I'm trying to make. Yesterday, they played the Dallas Mavericks. They beat them boys by 20. Steph Curry scored 30 points in 20 minutes. He literally didn't even play in the fourth quarter. It was great. Clay couldn't hit a damn thing. Kyrie was their leading scorer, but he only had 17 points on an abysmal shooting night. The Warriors went out there and held the Mavericks to a season-low 18 in the first quarter. It was all bad from the jump. The Warriors were really leading for the whole game, pretty much. It was never really a close game at all. Like the Mavericks made some runs, but then the Warriors, you know what they did. Jimmy Butler a lot of times got to the line, did what he does best, and then Steph Curry was out there hitting night-night celebrations with 2 minutes left in the game, right? Okay. That's not all that I'm here to talk about, though. While things did look great for them yesterday, we know what the Mavericks are. They're a hurt team. They're a team that is missing all of their 3 centers. So it's like we aren't expecting too much from the Mavericks right now. Now, when they're healthy, very good roster, a team that could very well make a finals run. They are a super good team, right? Okay. Boy, let me tell you, though, these Warriors, man, they look different. Steph Curry in the month of February is averaging, if not 30, it's really close to 30. Since the Jimmy Butler trade, he's averaging 30. Like, it's been great for him. The game just looks so much easier for him. He's still getting double teamed sometimes, even triple teamed, like in the game against Sacramento. But when he does it now, Jimmy Butler is there to help him. Jimmy Butler will go and get into that mid-range, will go and get to the free throw line, will create some easy offense. He's not going to turn the ball over. He does things that the Warriors have not really been doing. He doesn't. Sure, the spacing is still a question. Sure, there are still questions, but he adds defense. He adds that mid-range game that nobody else on the Warriors really adds with Steph Curry. And keep in mind, all of this is with Jonathan Kuminga out. Jonathan Kuminga has literally been out. Moses Moody has been starting. Moses Moody is 9-0 the Warriors are 9-0 when Moses Moody is starting this year. Things have been looking great. Brandon Podziemski, even since Jimmy Butler came back, has been looking great. He's actually looking like what people thought Brandon Podziemski was. This is like why he was the untouchable version that the Warriors were saying, even though to me he's not untouchable. Especially not since the Luka trade. He's been doing some things, right? Things have been good for him and everything like that, especially since the Jimmy Butler trade. But, dude, Jimmy Butler just adds a new element to this team. It's like the Warriors have never been a team that's gotten to the line a lot. Steph Curry, in my opinion, has the worst superstar whistle in the league. I don't care what Lakers fans are going to say about Luka or about LeBron. I don't care. Stephen Curry has the worst superstar whistle in the league to me, so he doesn't get to the line a lot. Well, nobody else on the Warriors is really putting that rim pressure, is really getting to the line a lot, but then you get Jimmy Butler. Man, if Jimmy Butler is not going to kill you with that mid-range, guess what he is going to do? He's going to get to the free throw line. He's going to drive. He's going to put rim pressure, and if he's not finishing it, he's more than likely getting fouled every single time. And that is something that just helps the Warriors out. In moments where maybe Steph's getting double-teamed and can't hit a 3 and nobody else can really score, you've got Jimmy there for the mid-range, or even better, you get him to the cup and he's hitting those free throws. When this team is rolling, the team looks really good. Kevon Looney is doing what Kevon Looney does. He does his job every single game. Brandon Podziemski, as I mentioned, has looked much better since the Jimmy Butler trade. Moses Moody, phenomenal as a starter. The Warriors have been phenomenal when he's been starting. Draymond Green's going to do what Draymond Green's going to do, not too much. You know what I'm saying? Not this version of Draymond Green. He's not doing a whole bunch in terms of box score stuff. He's still running a lot of stuff, conducting a lot of stuff, playing some very good defense. He's a big part of the reason why their defense is top 10 in the league, a number that I expect to jump up now with Jimmy Butler there because the defense has looked good. It's just that the offense looks so much better. It looks like there is so much pressure lifted off of Steph Curry's shoulders to the point where now if you're triple teaming him, you can't do that because Jimmy Butler will make you pay for that. Jimmy Butler can score pretty much one-on-one with anyone in the league, let alone imagine when you have 3 people guarding Steph Curry and it's like, oh, Brandon Podziemski's finally hitting shots. Buddy Hield's back to the version of Buddy Hield that was starting the season, basically. You've got Moses Moody doing his job. Kuminga's not even back yet. You got Post hitting shots. Santos hitting shots. Those guys are also getting to the rim occasionally. Those guys, I saw Post get a poster yesterday. No pun intended. I literally saw him get a poster yesterday, like over 2 people. It was crazy on the Mavericks. Like, This is a 7-foot guy that is a pick and popper, that is a genuine 3-point threat. He's not the greatest, like, big man. Like, he's not the guy that's going to go defend the post super well for you. He's not the guy that's going to go in there and give you a post move play down by the rim. But he adds another element, or just another shooter on the team sometimes when the Warriors are going against these teams that are kind of exploiting the Warriors' little spacing problem. It's like, okay, put Post in there. Now you got a center who's taking the other center, whoever his matchup is, out of the paint, because he's going to play on the 3-point line. Things have just looked really good for the Warriors. Like, point blank period, things have looked really good for the Warriors. Now, there are some problems though, because not really problems. It's just like, and I don't even think this really matters. Like, really what matters is the Warriors have looked super good. But, like, it's one of those things that I do and that I think a lot of us NBA fans do is, like, what's the bigger picture? Well, the Suns are ass. Like, terrible. They got beat by the Raptors last night. The Raptors went on, like, a 20-something run for, like, 2-3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Like, the Raptors absolutely destroyed them. The Suns are really bad. Kevin Durant's going to get traded in the offseason. I'd say there's a 90% chance. Okay. The Mavericks are hurt. They're probably going to fall in the standings. So the Warriors will probably they might not get up to that 6 seed, but they're definitely going to be a 7 or 8 seed. They're definitely going to be in the play-in. I have really no doubt about that at all, especially now that the Spurs don't have Wemby. I'm not really worried about the Kings for real. Like, the Lakers are going to move up. The Mavs are going to move down, but the Lakers aren't in the play-in race anyway. They've been outside of that. So, like, it doesn't really matter for for what the Warriors have going on anyway. But big picture, there's still problems. Like I said, the spacing isn't great. They don't have a whole bunch of size. The small ball's been looking great, but, like, they haven't played a Jokic with that small ball yet. They haven't gone against other teams that have phenomenal bigs. Like, yeah, they would against Dallas, but Dallas is hurt. They didn't have their bigs. They had P.J. Washington in there playing center for a lot of the game. They had Moses Brown was in there playing center. Like, they just didn't have, what's his name? The Edwards dude. Kessler Edwards was playing some big man type minutes. Like, bro, Kessler Edwards is like 6'7". That's not what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times they're just going to play small ball. Well, the Warriors are perfect at small ball. They even did this when they had Kevin Durant, when it was the prime Warriors. A lot of the time they were playing small ball. Well, now it's just like that. But the problem with that is, what's going to happen if, like, let's just say you get to the finals. Let's say by some miracle Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler become the playoff risers that they normally are, and now you make it to the finals. What's going to happen if you see a Cleveland where they have bigs? Or what's going to happen if you see a Boston if Porzingis is healthy? What's going to happen in the Western Conference if you see an Oklahoma City with a healthy Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein, or a healthy Jokic? Now, the Nuggets have problems themselves, but that's still freaking Jokic. Like, there's going to be problems. So this team still definitely has a ceiling. I just think the ceiling is much higher with Jimmy Butler. Now, don't get me wrong. They had Jimmy Butler for 2 years. They signed the extension, so they have him for next year and the year after that. Could they get a center in that time and become a really, really good team? Oh, absolutely, 100,000% they could. So it really just depends what they do, but right now the Warriors have looked like a much better team. Another team that looked really good recently, the Lakers. I watched that game versus the Nuggets. They looked really good during that game. Luka Doncic, I predicted that he would be more of himself that game. I predicted that would be the game where he not only was going to be, but that he would need to be, because LeBron just played back-to-back, and in a second night of a back-to-back dropped 40. It's like LeBron needed a little rest. He probably wasn't going to be doing that 40-point stuff in this game, and he didn't. But Luka went out there and did what Luka does, and they held Jokic. Oh my goodness. Jokic shot 7 shots. I think he scored 12 points, and 8 of them were free throws. Jokic was out there in a box, and that JJ Redick scheme where LeBron was guarding him for a lot of the game and stuff like that, it worked to perfection. Will that work come playoff time? I don't know. But just since this trade deadline, the Lakers and Warriors have made this Western Conference that much deeper. They've made the Western Conference that much more of a gauntlet, to the point now where it's like, yeah, OKC probably should run through the West, but if they go up against the Lakers, I can't just dismiss Luka and LeBron. Like, I'm at least saying Luka and LeBron are going to put up a fight. The Mavericks, if they're fully healthy, they could really beat anybody when fully healthy this season. They really could. I'm not really worried about the Rockets or the Grizzlies too much, because I think they're too young and I think they still have too many questions. There's just too much inexperience. But like the Nuggets, could Luka and LeBron beat the Nuggets? For sure. Could the Warriors beat the Nuggets? I would want to see how that small ball works against them, but the Lakers just did it with the small ball type of lineup for the most part, so you can't tell me the Warriors couldn't potentially do the same thing. I mean, they don't have a Luka, but they do. They have Steph and Jimmy. That's not something you can just disrespect either, especially with the playoff riser that we know Jimmy Butler to be. So basically, I just made this video to say the Warriors are looking good, the Lakers are looking good, and boy, I'm excited for these last like 25 or so games of the regular season, man. The West is looking insane. I can't wait to see how this playoff race shakes out. But yeah, bro, the Jimmy Butler thing was like a move that a lot of people criticized because it was more of like a desperation type of move, especially with like them giving him an extension before he even played a minute. That was one of those things that people thought the Warriors did out of pure desperation. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's worked out for them. It's been a success so far. Now, will this stuff keep up? I have no idea. I'm not God. I can't tell you that. But has it looked good for them? 100%. For the Lakers, I think they still have problems too. They don't have enough size. They don't have enough wing defense, in my opinion, or just defense period, in my opinion. But it's with Luka looking good in that Nuggets game. They looked dominant. And that wasn't even a great LeBron game. It was a good one, but it wasn't a great one. Imagine a game where Luka and LeBron both have great nights at the same time. So, yeah, man, that's just basically what I wanted to do. The Sixers play the Bulls tonight. Depending on the outcome of that game, y'all might get a little rebuild of that because, dude, the Sixers are just... Yeah. Anyway, so let me know what y'all think about the Warriors. Let me know what y'all think about the Lakers. Let me know if y'all think I missed anything, man. But, yeah, Warriors are like 5-1 now since the Jimmy Butler trade. They play Charlotte in, like, 2 days, I think they, or maybe a day. They maybe played them Tuesday, so that's not nothing I'm really worried about. I think it's in Charlotte, but who really gives a damn? So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about the Lakers as well. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It was just a little yap session today. I'm gonna try to get y'all some more creative content soon. If you didn't watch my GeoGuessr vid that I recorded yesterday and posted yesterday, go ahead and do that. But yeah, man, support the channel, please. Let me know what y'all want to see. Let me know what y'all want me to do to start building this channel and to build this community even stronger. All right, love y'all.